When the tziyur of the Maamar, the Rebbe would say Shavuos at night, early morning, was also very unique, very special. First of all, the timing. It was 3 o'clock in the morning that the Rebbe would come in, which means after the Rebbe finished Tikkun, obviously, and after everyone finished Tikkun, everyone was standing in their places, the Farbrengen, and the Rebbe walked in, was very quiet. There was a smaller crowd because it was early morning, and some of the Elteri couldn't come. Most of them did come this time. It's not like Pesach when it was after the Arba cases, etc. After the Seder, here they would come, but there were some that didn't come. The Rebbe walked in, sat down, was very quiet. The children weren't there, so there was no noise at all. The Rebbe sat down. There were no nigunim sung. Sat down quietly, took out his tichel, took out his handkerchief, put it around his fingers under the table, and thought for a moment or two. And then he started the Maamar with the Dibur HaMaschel, as the Rebbe said, as whatever the Maamar was, with the Dibur HaMaschel. And the Maamar used to last for about three quarters of an hour, be'erech at that time. Then as soon as the Maamar was over, the Rebbe got up and left and came to his room, and then he went home. Right after the Maamar, Rabbi Leibel got up and chazar the Maamar. It's interesting that for this chazorah, kimat, the whole crowd stayed. By regular chazorah, after a few hours of a farbrengen, when there was chazorah, so Rabbi Leibel would chazar, there would be the chayzrim, and there would be other yungelite, other bochrim would be there, would be a crowd. But this time, the whole elam was there, because it was right after the Maamar. The Maamar was only 45 minutes, and the elam was there, so everyone listened again to chazorah of the Maamar. And the seder was that after chazorah of the Maamar, so everyone went to the mikveh, because Shavuos early morning you go to the mikveh. But Rabbi Leibel and a few of the chayzrim, but after the mikveh, would go to chazar Maamar again. And the seder was we'd go to the house of Rabbi Shia Kor for early morning, and there we'd eat blintzes, and Rabbi Leibel would chazar Maamar again. And by the time we finished, it was already close to the time of davening. And Shavuos during the day, there would be other chazaras also. There would be different people who would chazar the Maamar for other people. And the Maamar was the living that you lived with the whole time of the Yontev of Shavuos. Shavuos, Tovshin Chavtes, the first night of Shavuos, someone asked the Rebbe, when the Rebbe ate by the Suda upstairs, so someone asked the Rebbe, do other Abbeim say a Maamar early morning Shavuos or Erev Shavuos? Because the person said he never saw a Maamar with that heading. So the Rebbe says, I think that the Tzemach Tzedek used to say, there are Maimorim from the Tzemach Tzedek of that time. You could ask some of the people who are here. So someone said, if the Rebbe doesn't remember, how could they remember? So the Rebbe said, no, they remember good. This was the first day of Shavuos. The second day of Shavuos, somebody said that he saw in the Siche of the Rebbe from Tovshin Yud Gimel, where the Rebbe says clearly that the Tzemach Tzedek used to say a Maamar, Erev Shavuos, early morning. So then he understood from the Rebbe the other day that the Rebbe wasn't sure, but here you see the Rebbe was sure. So the Rebbe said, if I would not be sure, I wouldn't be matriach the Eilam to come and hear the Maamar early morning. But then the person asked the Rebbe that over there, it says that he said it Erev Shavuos. That's what the Rebbe said, Erev Shavuos, not like the Rebbe had Shavuos night. So the Rebbe answered him, when it says Erev Shavuos, it doesn't mean Erev Shavuos, it means Erev Matan Torah. It means the night towards Matan Torah, which is the night of the first night of Shavuos, because Matan Torah was the first day of Shavuos in the morning. But the tzir itself of the Rebbe coming in and saying the Maamar in such a tzir was also very unique, and this was something that everyone was waiting for, because that Maamar, besides the Maamar itself, the people lived with that Maamar more than you lived with Maimorim other times, because here it was Fartog, and then people chazed it once and again and again and again, till Farbrengen of Shavuos the second day, where the Rebbe would say a second Maamar, and that was like a regular Maamar of a regular Yontif.